Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my sandbox park. If you've been enjoying this series, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot to know whether or not this is the content you guys want to see. So in this episode, we're going to be working on the monorail station and the ticket booth entrance. Well, not really the ticket booth, but the place where you scan your tickets to get into the park. So here, I think the first, I don't remember what the first thing we're going to do is, but I'm building a wall here to match the other side, because on the other side of that wall is where the corkscrew will be, which we will add in this park. Oh, here I'm adding some janitors because the bathrooms are getting really dirty, and everyone's getting kind of angry. And some security as well, because we're having some problems with people robbing each other. You know how it goes. So here we're going to start the monorail station. I'm actually a little unhappy with the way it turns out. I think it's the 5th episode, I've been working on detailing it and adding to it to try and really get it to look, I guess, what I wanted it to look like. Because I really wanted to have this glass dome roof over where the monorail came in, but it just did not come out the way I wanted. And actually what I'm thinking about doing is taking out that monorail completely and adding in the train. Because I don't know, I think the train is more of the style I want to go with in this park. Because I don't know if you remember, I mentioned in the first episode, I wanted this park to be like if it were a permanent carnival, sort of small park that was where it is for people to go to during the day or whatever. Sort of, I mean, I guess like a boardwalk, those small parks they had around. And then they added a little bit more and more as people came, and it kind of grew. And I don't really think having a monorail is something that they would have started out with. They're kind of expensive. But I think the train will kind of have more of that casual park theme. And it'll be a little bit slower, it's more open, so people can see all the flowers, and we can do tons of detail work around the paths that they go. I just think that the tracks on the trains are kind of bulky, kind of look gross when they're elevated. So we'll see. I might experiment with that in the next couple episodes, but here I wanted to add a glass roof. I've always loved the glass roof piece that came with the Planet Coaster theme building set. So I really want to try and add a glass roof for where the train comes in. Oh yeah, our poor mechanic is so upset, so I added a staff building, which eventually I'll add into the ticket booths where you can buy your tickets. Here's where I added the vending machines. I add a couple into the park because after building I was like, oh yeah, we have these vending machines. So I add some in. It's a really cool animation watching people use them. But as you can see, I don't know, I had the idea of what I wanted in my head, but as I built it, it just kind of didn't work, and it's not really possible in the game yet, or the way I did it. You can see the edges there. There's not really a nice dome piece to cover the side of the glass, and the building just looks really big and boxy, honestly. So I might completely rip it out and redo it. I've been working on it kind of off camera, trying to get it to what I wanted it to, but I mean, it just looks like a box with a bunch of planters on it right now. So yeah, this is gonna be a painstaking watching me rebuild this again, because I don't like it. But I think if we add the train station, I don't have to do a covered station per se, I guess. I was thinking about doing, I don't really know, I guess having it open. I do like the glass in the front. You'll see when we take like a view from that road, you'll see it, and I really like the way it looks. But yeah, here we go. It's so ugly. But I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do with this. I just know I want the transport ride right there in the entrance of the park. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll work with it a little bit off camera and maybe figure something out. But we do build a ticket scanner, I guess, to get into the park. And we use a lot of the new studio pack pieces. They're with the electronic pieces that come with, I guess, like the director if you were building a studio. And I really like the way it turns out. It looks very, very, I guess, accurate, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And we use some of the jewel pieces you'll see to build, some lights in it, or, whether or not you can actually go in or out of the park. You can see now we're getting quite a few people in our park. We have, 313 right now, which is kind of crazy. We have nothing in the park. All these people are here just to ride a monorail in a loop on a blank field, but it's okay. I mean, whatever they want to do. As we start building, the info booths into the ticket seller and some more of the detail work, a lot of people start coming into this park, and I think we end up with 700 people before we even actually have a ride for them to ride. But I think the way the mechanics of the game work, because I build that corkscrew, it's technically a coaster, so the guests register it as a coaster, and so they come in to the park. So I guess they think that there's 2 rides to ride, but it's kind of silly. One thing that always, oh man, I guess I'll go on this rant. One of the things that bugs me about this game, and I'm gonna say it, is so you have your staff, and you have the vendors. They've been in the game since the very beginning. Oh, actually, something interesting I'm gonna do here. Let me stop this rant and tell you. I didn't want to build the actual doorways, holes for people to walk in. I'm gonna build just the doors, where the paths are, so people will just walk through the door, and just coming in and out, so it looks like it's an actual door. And it's a little silly, they just kind of morph through the door, but I like the way it makes it look like it's an actual building and it doesn't have a hole in it. Yeah, here I'm trying to get people to get on the freaking monorails because I don't know what's happening. You'll see they come out. Yeah, so they just kind of morph out of it, but I like the way it makes the buildings look. But anyway, back to my rant. So, we've had the vendors from the very beginning of the game, and when you place them down, they randomize. They're really cool. Different hair colors, skin colors, male, female. But one thing that annoys me is that when you place down security, mechanics, or janitors, it's always a man. And I guess it's the feminist inside of me that's kind of a little bit irked about it. Because, why can't it randomize as well to be male or female? Women can be janitors or mechanics or security or police officers as well. I guess the reason it always bothered me in the game was just that, it's a mechanic in the game. They have it with the vendors. They do it. It's already implemented in the game, but they just choose not to do it with those 3. So it's just a little bit annoying, I guess. It's either, the developers are just either being lazy or they just didn't realize that that's what they did. And I've brought it to their attention, I guess, in comments on Facebook and in their live streams and stuff, but I've never really gotten any feedback about it. Actually, a lot of people get angry when I mention it. They say, it's kind of stupid and has nothing to do with the game, but I don't know. It kind of bothers me just a little bit. But anyway, let's get into what we're building. Here we are starting the actual ticket booths, and these are just going to be little rooms. There's not going to be anything in them. We're just going to put barriers inside so people don't walk through them. And there'll be doors, just so it kind of looks like maybe that's where the ticket staff will take their break or get out of the heat. Maybe have a computer in there in case they need to do something. The thought process was that if when this park first started, you can see I'm trying to add some treasure chests to the staff building because the staff did not like the building. But my initial process was thought process was that these buildings where they can go in to relax is where you originally bought your tickets to get into the park. Let's see here, adding these signs. I guess guest services would honestly not be inside the park. You'd think it would be. Well, maybe is guest services lost and found and stuff in there. But But yeah, so the two rooms that are on the sides there underneath the monorail are, I guess, where you would have originally had bought your tickets or paid to get in. You maybe bought like a wristband to ride the rides or whatever. But now with a larger park, they've probably upgraded. They've moved the ticket sales outside, and the ticket, you buy them outside and then you go and you scan them and you get in now. So I don't know, but I really, really like the way it looks. I keep saying that. This park is actually coming together really nicely. The last park that I built was a beach theme, I guess I'll say, like a bunch of different beach themes. It had a boardwalk walk area, which I'm a little upset that now Vintage Pack has come out after I've finished the park, but it had a beach themed area. Or, I mean, the whole park was beach themed, and like the main strip was this like a California beach theme, or I guess a generic beach theme, with white brick buildings and stuff. And then there was a boardwalk area with this huge lake that went around the entire park. Then we had a tropical beach theme, sort of like, I think it's called Koali Beach, with the Lady Singer and Silverette, that kind of thatch roof theme. And then I had a whole island that was half pirate and half adventure theme, because the adventure pack had just come out. And that was the first pack I ever actually finished, completely. I was like, this, I'm done, this is what it needs, this is nothing more, and I finished it all. And one of my favorite parks, it was Emmy's Beach Adventure. I built it actually with my sister. She kind of sat along with me and helped me build it. And it was one of my most successful parks in the game. I built it with the career mode on. There's some pictures of it on my Facebook page. If you go onto Facebook and look up Jujubee, my YouTube name, you should find my Facebook page, which you can follow if you'd like. I usually post on there about whether or not I'm filming or if I'm going to be filming, and I also post notifications for my videos when they're up. But on there I've posted some pictures of that park and some of my other parks. I've also posted pictures from Emmy Land, which was my Disney theme park, which I actually didn't get to finish because my frame rate went crazy. But if you want to head on there and check it out, you'll see footage of it. I might do a walkthrough of it on my channel, just to show off kind of what I'm capable of when I am familiar with the game. I've been playing it for a while. I also have another park called Emmy Gardens, and that was an alpine theme park. And that one is almost finished. I need a lot of foliage work on it still. But I kind of got bored with it, so I stopped doing it. But that park was actually really nice. I didn't do a lot of my own building in that park. It was a lot of blueprints from the workshop, so I don't really like to claim it as mine, but I did put it all together, I guess, so I don't know. I might show that one off too, but here we're just putting the barriers in so people don't walk through. Yep. I actually had a problem when I was working on the monorail station off camera. A lot of people were getting stuck in the park, but not in that area. I thought that would be where they would get stuck, but no, they were just in the middle of a path, just stuck. So I had to delete the path and put it back so they would go to the entrance, and then I had to delete the entrance so they just completely erased. I don't know what was happening, but a bit of a glitch maybe. Here we are building the corkscrew. I believe that's what it's called, right? A corkscrew? Something like that. Oh no, here, I really want to do a loop because I love loops, but I don't know, I just couldn't get it. I was struggling. But here, and there we get the corkscrew and we put it right there, and I make it the blue color, kind of make it a pastel blue color so that it I guess looks a little bit faded from the sun or from use. Yeah, I love it. When you look at it from the road, it looks really great. Here we're just adding a gate so nobody climbs up and does anything stupid. A cool thing I do is I'm going to add some screens around the park. So going along with that theme that the park was once a smaller park and it's gotten a lot bigger, I'm assuming there's a lot of history to the park. So I'm going to add these screens, as you can see. and just put like information like, oh hey, just so you know, this is something from the park. This used to be this, or this used to be that. Sort of like maybe they have like an anniversary coming up, and so they're doing that. I actually got the idea there's a new picture in the with the vintage DLC that has the I guess like the pictures. It's like 6 pictures of rides on it, and it's like a vintage theme. Well, yeah, but and I really like the way it looks, and I thought it was maybe would have been an advertisement for it. So that's where I got the idea. Here we are building our ticket scanners. Put the little bow and arrow guy down there. If you don't know, a lot of people use that for scaling, just because the scale in this park can be a little, or in Planet Coaster can be a little big. So I put him down, and I'm just kind of going through, looking for pieces I think that might work. You'll see here, I'm going to use this and double it up. I was going to put a sign like, please have your tickets ready to scan or something, but it looked way too big. And we're going to put this there. Maybe that's a computer for them to see faces, make sure the ticket's who it says it is, or that it's a valid ticket. This will be, it's the microphone, but I'm essentially using this as the scanner. Maybe it goes underneath and you scan the barcode. And then a little bit of cord, maybe to get the power. The power comes from the roof or something, I don't know. But here's where we use the gems to put a red and green light. Maybe red, you know, red is, oh, sorry, your ticket doesn't work, or green, or maybe it's for, this is an open, you can use this ticket booth. But you see, it's really simple, but I love the way it looks, and when we put all of them in, and we put some of the barriers as ropes, it looks amazing. I keep saying that about this park, but I am actually really proud of it. I'm really trying to really get into detailing, and if I'm not happy with something, trying to work on it. So I'm really excited. You'll see here, it really, really looks nice. Oh yeah, here I put the trash cans underneath to help for people not walking through them. And so people will actually walk through the gaps. You'll see here, I'm trying to watch to see, yeah. They just go right through the gaps, which is amazing. I love it. And then here we're going to put some of the barriers down. I tried to do like a zigzag path like here, but I guess the barriers are way too close together, so they just registered as can't pass. They can't go through, so it's not working. So I just do the simple one across, and I make them blue just to go with our color theme. Here I'm actually kind of struggling with which way they go. Yeah, see, I'm like, wait, no, they gotta walk in and scan, so yeah. There we go. So yeah. But if you have been enjoying this series, please leave a like, and leave a comment for any suggestions, or, you know, critique or anything. You know, I'm really open to fixing anything if you guys think it's ugly or gross or doesn't work. And also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I have tons of other videos already up. I have a little bit of Minecraft, and a little bit of vlogs that I like to post. I actually have 2 vlogs from my trips to Busch Gardens, so if you really do love amusement parks, you can watch those. They're not talking vlogs, they're just music overlays and nice editing. I have a trip from Christmastown Busch Gardens, and just recently when I went for the 4th of July. So if you want to check those out, they are on my channel. So here we're going to be doing some lighting. Shameless plug there. Sorry about that, but yeah, here I was trying to space them with the shadows, but I ended up doing them at an angle, but I'll fix it later. But we're wrapping up to the end of the video right after I finish these lights, and we'll do some more glamour shots. But if you have been enjoying the series, like I said, please leave a like. There'll be plenty more videos to come, lots to do with this park, and I'm super excited in the way that it is heading. But thank you guys for watching, you know, and have a wonderful day.